All right, guys, what's up? This is the I guess a unboxing slash just kind of showing demo of the finer points of the MC Titanium Tent Stove. There's a lot longer name than that. This is found on Amazon. It is a branded item. However, it doesn't go by the branded name on Amazon. The brand is Tomont or Tomount. Pronunciation, I have no idea. Tomount, Tomount. And if we look in here, this is going to be sort of the quick what it comes with, and then we'll break it down a little bit. So you have this bag. This bag comes in plastic. I pretty much unwrapped everything just to make this go a little bit faster. The interior is a cordura or some sort of canvas, and the exterior is like I don't know. It almost feels like wax paper or some sort of Tyvek. So that's what I would imagine just for waterproofing. And then as we get into it, I'm going to go ahead, take everything out right now, and then I'm going to lay it out in front of you just to kind of show you what comes with it. But here's how it comes. Everything is nicely packaged, and you have your nothing's loose, nothing's shaken, nothing's going to show up damage. I mean, really, I was actually pretty impressed with this packaging. It's much better than some of the other stoves that I do have. All right, so for putting your stove together, it's going to come like this. This wrap will actually be over everything, keeping it real snug. It does come with two tie downs, but again, for the sake of the video, I kind of prepped everything. Inside of your stove, this is how it's going to fold up, your front and your back. You're going to have another piece of styrofoam here. Flip it up. Another piece of styrofoam. Flip it up. And this is really kind of the type of stove I was looking for. Was one that had a window on it. And what you're going to do is, I'm doing this kind of blind from the side I'm on, but you should be able just to flip it down. Flip it down. Same thing on this side. And now the box itself is rigid and set up. And then you put the lid on top, and you're going to want to put the port for the stove. I guess it's the stove exhaust on the opposite side of the door. So here's the door. You want it on the opposite side. And then the exact same thing. So you're going to want to make sure that these little guys are down like I did not. And then flip it forward and get the hooks in. And once they are in, your box is assembled. Now, the legs on this bad boy fold out like this, and it's very stable. You're going to want to kind of pull from the middle here, and then it sits just like that. So, yeah, I'll see if I can zoom out a little bit for you, just to show you what that all looks like. Now, I have not been bringing them out because it is a pretty thin piece of metal on the bottom. So I would actually recommend wearing gloves, because if you pull that and you slide your hand across it, it's basically sheet metal on the bottom here. So it's very thin. I mean, it'll do its job. There's nothing bad about it. It's just be careful when you're utilizing these legs. Another feature that I did really like about it is, once we get this open, you'll notice in the front here, there's no lip, right? So a lot of stoves have a lip, which makes it difficult to clear out all the ash that might be in there. This one doesn't have that, so you could really get in there with a little trowel or piece of wood and really get all the ash out of this thing, or just tip it over and shake it out, and you're not going to have all that debris and stuff left over. So that was a nice little feature. As well, as I mentioned, these tools, okay? These tools are great because these, all of the moving locks are able to be adjusted, okay, in tension. When I got it, everything came good to go, but I like my stuff really snug where I have to move it to actually force it closed. I don't want anything moving around. So they gave me the tools to actually do that. I didn't need to go hunt down anything. So just for like little things like that, I thought that was pretty awesome. And then you have a really nice dampener right here. It's even spring loaded a little bit, so it's not going to be jiggling and nonstop, so it holds it kind of pressure against, and then it allows you to freely move it. So And then let's see here. The final thing, as I mentioned, your stovepipe. So I won't go through everything. I'll just do one. But you get it locked in, and they give you the thumb screws. They actually give you an extra thumb screw just in case you lose one or you I don't know, misthread it or something. But then you're able to utilize the damper. And finally, you are really, from that point, you're kind of good to go. The one final piece of this whole system that is actually really nice that they supplied it is really the ring that goes around the base of your stovepipe. Because what you're going to do is you're going to slide your stovepipe on over that, right? Obviously, and then this you would slide in first, put your stovepipe through, and you're able to lock it in there real tight so that way it's not loose or popping up and down or jiggling around, which has actually been a point of failure from one of the stoves that I did have, is just that the movement right here actually damaged the stove to the point where I had to fabricate a piece just to make everything work. So, but that's it. That's your stove. You know, the one sacrifice, this is a stainless steel and titanium stove. So to be honest with you, I do not know which part is which or how much titanium's in this at all. But this says it is 6.2 pounds. So you're not getting the, you know, entire benefit of a titanium stove where, you know, you're looking at the 2 to 3 pound range. However, you know, it's incredibly mobile, and, you know, if you're not going to be hiking the woods, you know, miles and miles up and down terrain, this is a perfectly reasonable stove for you, especially with that. So this is the stove itself, nothing else. You got 4 pounds, 13.5 ounces. This does include, as you see, the exhaust attachment as well as the secure point for the chimney stack. If we add the chimney itself, well, I'll just set it on top. That total is almost 5 pounds, 7 ounces. And then just keeping going, the exhaust on top, 5'9". And then if you're going to be carrying this tool with you to open the door, you're looking at 5'11", almost 5'12". And then the bag itself, put it on top. Oh, of course that's in the way. Why wouldn't that be? We're looking at about 6 pounds, 2 ounces, 2.8, almost 6 pounds, 3 ounces for everything you see. So use that to make your decisions. And I just think it's a really, really solid investment, and I'm looking forward to being able to use it out in the snow here coming up. I do live in Wisconsin, so and it's early September right now, or no, geez, early October right now. So I should probably have like a month or so. I should be able to have some snow footage for you out there in a tent, just kind of showing you how it does. But all right, have a good one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this or you found it useful.